In Lesson 3-3, we will discuss properties of logarithms. In video 3.3.3, the learning target will be for students to apply properties of logarithms. In example 3, we are asked to use the properties of logarithms to expand logarithmic expressions. Now, what we're asked to expand here is natural log of 4m cubed n to the fifth. Now, what we're doing, it might be helpful to rewrite this out, putting the operations in where they are needed. So what we're doing with 4 and m cubed and n to the fifth is we're multiplying them together. So really what we have is 4 times m cubed times n to the fifth. Now, you can see that we're taking the product of 3 different terms here. And since we're taking the product of these 3 things, we can use the product property as one way to expand this expression. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give each individual term here its own logarithm. And in between those logarithms, so I'm going to say natural log of 4, and in between those logarithms, I'm going to have natural log of m to the cube, m cubed or m to the third, and natural log of n to the fifth. Now what I should have in between these logarithms is addition signs. The property, the product property says that if you are expanding, that you have to add each logarithm to each other. So what we have here is natural log of 4 plus natural log of m cubed plus natural log of n to the fifth. We've expanded. But we can apply one more property. We can apply the power property and bring these powers out in front of the logarithms and multiply the natural logarithms by those exponents or powers. So what we have is ln of 4 plus 3 ln of m plus 5 ln of n. So natural log of 4 plus 3 times the natural log of m plus 5 times the natural log of n. And this is our final answer in expanded form. In example 3, we're asked to expand the logarithmic expression log of 2x minus 3 divided by 3 times the fourth root of x. Now, before I go and apply the properties of logarithms to expand this, it would help to understand how this input, 2x minus 3 divided by 3 times the fourth root of x, plays out. So 2x minus 3 is its own expression. Okay, so 2x minus 3 is its own term per se. And we have 3 times the fourth root of x. So here we have a couple different things going on. First of all, I can expand this logarithm by giving each term its own logarithm. Now we would have log of 2x minus 3. We're going to have a log of 3 and a log of the fourth root of x. Now, the reason why I gave the 3 and the fourth root of x its own logarithm and I didn't on top is because the terms on bottom here are separated by multiplication, whereas the terms on top are separated by a subtraction sign. So I'm treating 2x minus 3 as its one expression rather than 2 separate expressions. That's why 2x and negative 3 don't get individual logarithms. Now, when I'm dividing, right, I'm dividing 2x minus 3 by 3. So I should have a subtraction sign there because when I divide, the quotient property says I should subtract those individual logarithms. And then if I look at log 3 and log of fourth root of x, since I am multiplying these two things together, I would then add those logarithms together because the product property, when you're multiplying two things together, states that if you're going to expand, those logarithms have to be added together. Now, the only thing that I can apply to simplify or expand this even further is to apply the power property. The fourth root right here, this fourth root, is the same as the 1/4 power. So really I could rewrite this logarithmic expression as log of 2x minus 3 minus log of 3 plus 1/4 log of x. Because the fourth root of a number is the same as the 1/4 power. So if the fourth root of x is equal to x to the 1/4 power, that 1/4 power can come down out in front. And this would be the expansion of that logarithmic expression. In example 3 guided practice, we're asked to expand natural log of x cubed divided by the square root of x minus 7. And what we want to do is apply the properties of logarithms that we've previously discussed to expand this logarithm. You have 4 choices, A, B, C, and D. I would like you to expand this logarithm, select your response, and then press submit.